Here at Queens of the Roundtable, we know that every great adventure deserves a little magic, and that's why we're thrilled to be sponsored by Wana, North America's most trusted edibles brand. Whether you're rolling dice or rolling high, Wana's premium vegan, melt-proof edibles are crafted to elevate your experience. Their innovative terpene-enhanced recipes offer precise CBD to THC ratios, so you get the perfect balance of relaxation and euphoria. Because not all edibles are created equal. My personal favorite, the Wana Quick Strawberry Margarita, a fast-acting edible that kicks in within 5 to 15 minutes, giving you the smooth social feel of smoking, but with a new kind of happy hour, one without the hangover. As a woman-led, Boulder-based company, Wana isn't just about great edibles. They're about enhancing lives and supporting the LGBTQ+ community. So whether you're slaying dragons or just unwinding after a long rest, love who you wanna, be who you wanna, and game how you wanna. Ready to level up? Visit Wana today and keep hope high. Welcome back to a very special episode here of Queens of the Roundtable, where it's not one of our normal episodes. Baby, this is Unsheathed, the show where all of us queens just untuck our swords, unsheathe our swords.
Ew.
I'm gonna do it again.
You are sick.
Unsheathe the swords.
That's what it is? Oh, brother. Ew.
We found out here first, people.
Okay, so we're gonna roll from that. Maybe I won't say unsheathe the
Don't
sword.
say
Don't do it.
Okay, do it, I guess.
Start from one.
It's still gonna be
Yeah,
disgusting.
and it's hug. It means remove the tape from your balls.
I forgot. Okay, go.
Welcome back to Queens of the Roundtable for a very special episode. Not like one of our normal episodes. No. This baby is Unsheathed. Ooh. The show where all of us queens unsheathe our swords and just let it all hang out.
Ew.
It's a play on Untucked, not that copyright.
Not
but
that.
This is the show where we get to review the last couple of episodes, have some fun convos, and just kind of chill out. So let's get right to it, girls. We've just done 2 sessions worth of D&D. First and foremost, who has never done D&D before doing this together?
Say I, said me.
Present and counted for.
3 girls. Banana's the only girl that has done D&D before.
Well, because we did a campaign together.
We did. Throwback.
Nerds. But honestly, it was nothing like this. It was a very different kind of like, our characters were very neutral. We were just kind of like in a tavern the whole time. So this is much more like all over the place, which I love. I love the world building we're doing.
Very world heavy. For the newbies, what's it been? I mean, you're playing the nerdiest thing you can possibly play.
Sure.
But doing it fabulously, might I add.
Yeah.
How's it been?
I was very intimidated to play. One, because I just wasn't familiar with like how the gameplay worked. I also like ended up I was kind of resistant to choosing a magic character. I did choose a magic character, and it has been kind of tough to navigate like, how do I know what I can do, when to use the right thing? So I'm still kind of learning that, and we're 6 episodes in. But it's really fun. Yeah, I think the intimidation factor has gone down. It's more just about like, we get to have fun, we get to be drag queens, we get to kind of just like shoot the shit together, which we do all the time.
True.
Now we're just doing it on camera.
Yeah.
Ching, ching.
It's definitely, I agree, intimidating. But for different reasons. It's the improv. Because even though I was a theater major, didn't finish, but improv was always like the low level for me. I was always terrible at improv. Not how I view improv, but I was just not good at it. And so coming into it with someone who is like Banana, who is pretty hard improv all the time.
Classically trained in improv.
Yeah, classically.
She rolls with advantage every time she says something.
Because she should.
Because I say good things just on my phone.
I reward creativity, and like if you're giving me the reason to be like, yeah, that's gonna be better for you.
Yeah.
So like
She was
having to
doing
like
good.
try to keep up with that improv at the same is what I was scared of. But it's been
You're doing a really good job.
Yeah.
All the girl crushing.
Mine was also the same experience of like like when I was in middle school, I started off as like a theater kid, and this reminds me more of like I can't remember what it was called, but there's very much of like a jury of like you're defending your client in terms of like what's happening
Like
to
mock
them.
trial.
Yeah.
Court.
And like you're like it's you improving of like how you can defend them and just making things up on the fly rather than like just a normal like improv skit or like zip zap zop kind of thing. And it's very much of like what can I do with the information that's already been provided to me to benefit me and said client. And so like I turned into from a musical theater gay to a art hoe, as I like to say. And so those few years have very much benefited me during this D&D campaign.
No, you're eating, girl. You're
Thank
funny
you.
as hell.
Thank you.
You all are crushing. I mean, you would not know that we're all beginners until sometimes when you hear our situations. But then,
Some of those first episodes, I feel like we were like, what can I do? What's on my
right.
Yeah, Nini.
first few episodes
Me
get
saying
figured
that.
out.
well, and like the nerves. I mean, this is,
Yes.
I don't know about y'all. I've never been in a space like this. Dude, IDK Studios and a phenomenal. I mean, we feel
Yeah,
like we are Hollywood stars. Like this is a full set in production that they're doing for
behind the
us.
scenes, kind of showing. All
I know, no, literally, yeah. We'll have to do some like full on shots of like what the studio looks like, but it's
Crazy.
I mean, that was nerve wracking for me the first time because it was like, oh my gosh, this is like real. It's not just us like shooting the shit, but actually like putting in effort.
Yeah.
Which I love though.
Well, it's also kind of a lot to remember. Like I'm not really looking at my notes ever. I'm like I write them down and then I don't look at them. So then it's like I'm just so in the moment. Instead of referencing things that have happened, I'm like, well, what are we doing right now? And then I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, we probably could have called these bartenders. You know what I mean? But we just don't. We just like
that's
do
like-
whatever.
Even like
we do.
compared to like the previous episodes of like things that have like happened like previously, it's like I'm so like, all right, on to the next. Let's keep going. Like, what else can we provide for like the storyline or like or spells? Like, I'm like anticipating that. Like, that's what's
Forward.
exciting. Yeah, that's what's exciting to me rather than how do we had done previously.
Right.
How do we had done previously?
Yeah.
She already done had hers
How we already
previously.
had done hers previously.
Okay, don't hurt.
So how we had done had hers previously on the last episode was this.
I'm curious. Okay.
Down.
You all have very fun characters. We didn't do an Unsheathed from our first set of recordings, so doing a little bit of talking about kind of just the OG starting. When we did a session 0 that is like half recorded in my little apartment that we did for just us. Maybe we'll release that sometime.
Please don't.
Oh, maybe not. But what made you guys want to do these characters? You know, like what drew you to? And I know we've kind of talked about them, but like, do you feel like this is a character that is you already, or just a completely opposite version of you, an extension? How did you land on kind of your personalities and your characters?
Mine was I wasn't this nerdy, but I was still like a magic nerd. So like I loved Harry Potter, playing Wizard 101, all like all spell casting type of thing. So I know I definitely needed that kind of character trait with whatever I did. But it also kind of personality wise, I did want it to be kind of similar to how I grew up, which was kind of the person who was always in their books doing that kind of stuff, and always kind of got a little bit of a side eye because fruity. So yes, that's where mine came from.
Oh, T.
Yeah. I think for me, I also, when we did our session 0, I was still kind of like experimenting with how I wanted the character to act. And like, what I realized really quickly was like, I don't think I can do a whole like, I'm this other person. It was too hard to like embody this other thing. So I was like, let me just make it an extension of who I am now. And I was having such a hard time picking what class my character was. And what I ended up finding was like the artificer really just rang out to me of this person that was like kind of creative, kind of figured out their own path. And I think that was easy for me to play into. And like, I don't think I'm super like tinkery in real life, but I can like problem solve in a lot of ways. And so it just felt like an easy way for me to step in with like who I am, not be so far from who I am, but then just kind of play it up. And yeah, so it still feels connected to me
I
in a
think
way.
that makes it easier for the newbies too to like get
Yeah.
into a little better, because you can always make a character, but it's harder to give that character when you're improving. But if it's kind of related to you, it's easier to
Just
like,
improving within like what I already know. I didn't
Yeah.
want to improv into something that's so far away.
And we're also drag queens at the same time. So we are putting on a bit of a character whenever we dress up in drag. So then if to add another character on top of that would be like it's like a man playing a woman playing a man playing a woman. It's like
Yeah.
kind of gets a little convoluted. So sometimes it's nice to just step back and be like, oh, I'm just gonna be like my most normal self. Whatever like my reaction would be is gonna be this character's reaction. Because I think we were talking in like session 0. None of our characters are super chaotic. Like we're not like evil characters, and yet sometimes we just do funny things because I'm like, that's just who we are and that's the decisions we make. But I wanted to play Bliss because I was like, she's a bit of an underdog, but she's such like she doesn't give a fuck. She still does her own thing. She still like loves performing. She loves the stage. And it very much resonates with me about like people underestimate her, but she still wants to do these things that other people might be like, ooh, why would this little half-orc Uggo want that? And she's like, because I want it and I'm allowed to want what I want.
Yeah, half-orc Uggo feels very bananas.
Hey, girl. Branding.
That's like how I feel too. Of kind of like what
Uggo.
No, but like just
I'm
kind
gorgeous with flowing hair.
well, like just like in the mindset of like Nini and Banana of like previous to this experience, all I had seen is like my straight younger brother playing Assassin's Creed, and so when I had signed up for the role of like rogue, is I thought I had to like be like this very serious, intense character, but like in terms of like taking it as like a rogue of someone who does like the unexpected from like societal norms, I started thinking more of like the guinea pig girl from like Sky High.
Love her.
Guinea pig girl.
Oh, like where she's kind of just
Her
like
name is Magenta.
yeah,
Magenta.
But, like I just
I
started
all my trivia chief.
I just thought of it. I was like, yeah, this is like a serious situation, but like I still like want there to be like kind of like comical moments of like unserious moments going on in terms of like I want to be the one who wants to get shit done, but like there's still gotta be like some fun to it.
Totally.
Because in the beginning I was like, I have to be the serious one who wants to get everything done, and that's like just so unlike my character. So like I still want to like have like that diva aspect to it.
I love Diva Down.
Yeah.
I'm so curious because you brought up watching like your brother play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You were Harry Potter, magical kind of world. I grew up very heavy on Skyrim.
That's very much what my brother played.
I love like Skyrim was my bread and butter. All like the Elder Scrolls games.
What is RuneScape?
I don't know.
That's
that one.
similar.
That scares
It's
me.
in the same vibe.
It's computer game.
Yeah.
But Skyrim is.
Skyrim was Xbox OG, and then they have it on Switch too. Very fun. 10 out of 10 recommend. Not an ambassador, but that was like my first because I used to play it on my neighbor's Xbox, and we would go and you kind of like when you play like Grand Theft Auto or any of those games, you just like kill as many people as possible and you're just like creating a ruckus and get caught by guards.
Yeah.
But then later when I was in like middle school, I got really into Skyrim, and so it was like all of the plot lines and the lore and the like ethical choices and stuff got me really hooked into it. But then I've always loved a little fantasy moment, but that was like my gateway drug into like the fantasy little weird nerdy kind of stuff.
What's your experience DMing this group versus like, because you've DM'd before, right?
I have, yes. Forever DM. I prefer DMing over playing. From the time that I've played, it was fun, but I like to be in control.
Yeah.
Control freak.
Yeah.
But it's just, I did a campaign for about 1.5 years with my group of friends in college, and we were very roleplay heavy, similar to this group. So it was all about like fun. Like, yes, we would do some battles, but like it was just about like being silly, being together, which I love because it's just like fun to create this little world and then live in it, but then have these moments where you're actually like kind of invested in what's going on, where it's not just like, oh, I don't care, whatever, I'm making silly choices, but you're like, oh shit, I actually want to do this. And I think that's the cool part of D&D, because everyone's like, well, how do you win? And it's like, well, you're making a story together, and it's a weird pitch, but it's just like I'm curious for all now 6 episodes in, feeling invested of like, no, I need to get this stuff done, even though there's no win to it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm more so like curious about like what other like stories are about to be like untold throughout like our little like group adventures, or like what stories like don't get told throughout it, because there's been a lot of like suggestions through things like with our adventures and everything. Like I'm very curious about Sylvera, like what else like was she doing for her time in like Eldor and everything like that. And so like I'm curious to like see like what else would happen during that, but I'm also like I'm enjoying her like story so far.
Right.
And I kind of forget, we could just make stuff up at any moment, and we could just derail completely from your plot line. We really wanted to.
Yeah.
But
And I mean, that's the whole point, and I think that's where, and then we had a conversation, all of us, between like our first filming versus our second, where it was like, y'all are the ones in the driver's seat. I'm in the navigator seat. I have a map, but like if y'all take a left turn, I'll figure out where we're going from there.
Which I love. I love that it's very much like a Tiger Beat magazine of like, she said this, here's where I'm going to go with this. I love that.
Tiger Beat magazine is crazy.
No, but that is the reference.
Yeah.
Like I remember being like a 10-year-old, 10 to 12-year-old gay boy at Walmart begging my mom for Tiger Beat magazine because it was specifically of like, if you choose this path, where are you gonna go with this? And specifically, I remember Tiger Beat magazine came out with an Avatar: The Last Airbender one, and it was like, are you a water, air, earth, or fire sign? Which is obviously very relevant to this like realm. And I was like, what would a water sign say? I need to be a water sign, or like, like I love
You
that.
try to cheat your
So
way
you
to
did
the right
that
answer.
Yeah.
No, but like I like
BuzzFeed quizzes.
it was very much me. I was in fifth. I remember specifically, I was in 5th grade, and that was when I was like first introduced to like Ben 10 and Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I was like, I want to be Big Chill from Big Chill from Ben 10. I want to be Katara from like Avatar: The Last Airbender. These were specific things. I was like, what would they say? And when I would get like the air one, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go back and change my answer really quick.
Oh, down every time.
Really?
Love to do that.
While you were in the like magazine aisle, I was in the underwear aisle having like a moral quandary where I was like, am I gay? Am I gay? I'm scared of this.
You're like,
Yeah, I'd be like at the store with my mom, and we'd be like near the clothes, and I was like, let me just go look over here, and you would secretly run down the underwear aisle just to.
And you really quick, like you are actually allowed to shop for underwear, people.
Yeah.
But we just like know that we can't be in that aisle, so you just kind of like real quick.
yeah, and you're like telling yourself, oh, I don't.
My first crush, like the packaging,
The packages.
the packages.
Baby, packages. Oh, so
And that inspired us to play D&D.
girl, that's the path that led you to do drag, that led you to do D&D. It's the Venn diagram as a circle of gay gamers. Switching gears, I'm curious. Now we've done 6 episodes. What has been gaggy for y'all? What are the moments that you're like, wait a second, already this has happened and I gagged over it?
I think from the beginning, I was really thrown off when we just entered this casual tavern, and then from the get-go, we kind of figured out there's the dark versus the light. There's the obsidian versus the ivory core, and then there was this big explosion at Trax Tavern, rest in peace. And yeah, that just really like kicked it off from the get-go, and I was like, oh, we're on a journey. We're on a path. And and it was like, we kind of had to choose a side right from the beginning. How do y'all feel about the choice we made?
I wanted to go with Kaylin. He was so.
Yeah, we got to figure out where Kaylin is.
I think that's where we're going next.
These two were like definitely like the ivory, and then me and you had a moment where we're like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I want to go with Kaylin so bad because his name was spelled so hot.
Oh my god.
It was
spelled.
It was spelled.
Whip it right now.
Yeah,
Stop me right now.
Kaylin. It was like Kaighlynne. It was Kaylin. It was so
Spelled
hot.
K-A-Y Lynn.
No.
She wrote it down.
I wrote it down.
Well, this is what she made
That's
up.
what Raquelle wrote.
Yeah, I was supposed to do all of it.
And this is how his name is
It's a
spelled.
6-letter name, like a
K-A-Y.
No. I
have
it
it
to my sister
spelled.
over here. Yeah.
Oh my
It
god,
is
lower your voice.
It is Kaighlynne. It is Caitlin.
That's what we wrote.
So
Yeah.
the spelling that is correct for it is Kaelen.
I hate to break it to you, but you're wrong.
Gag.
You can't.
His name is like how all the white moms spell their name of like McKaylee and like all that kind of stuff. That's where I came up with Kaylin because he is a Nepo baby and he is just so hot.
He's an Uppo baby. You don't know that.
No.
Yeah, his
like-
mom is.
That's Oren.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, but Kaylin I'm in my world, Kaylin's also a Nepo baby.
Clock it. The part of the story that has been the most gaggy for me had to have been when you got taken away.
Yeah, well, you didn't give a shit about it.
Well, I was gagged.
You said I still have to perform. I was
The
booked.
show must go on.
I was booked, but I was gagged. I was like, oh, I did not think we were going to get that happen to us.
Yeah, no, I was also gagged.
Shit that happened.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
the first gaggy
Soon
moment.
enough.
I think the first gaggy moment for me was actually introductions for Pyra. Girl, you had a lot of gaggy moments. Was Pyra's introduction because she had like the most dramatic one.
Yeah.
When her mentor literally got snatched up
yeah.
from their home and
crazy.
dragged off.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, we're getting into it. We're jumping right in because we just introduced her and we're already dragging.
And y'all haven't, like, we're at the point now that y'all haven't even got to meet him yet. We haven't got to ask him any questions. So I still feel like there's a lot we got to figure out. Like, he's given us a couple of hints about, like, he even kind of dropped a hint about the tablet. And it's like, girl, what do we need to do?
Oh my god, the tablet.
That is the funniest thing that we have decided to make that tablet an iPad instead of when you meant tablet, you meant like a stone tablet.
Absolutely.
But we have
We said
decided to
apps.
make it still an iPad.
Yeah, can you Google that on the tablet?
That is, I mean, when y'all said the joke of, I'm going to record reports on the tablet.
And then the Wi-Fi, we log into the Wi-Fi, and then the IP
It's
address is
Ivory
the
Court.
U tablet on Ivory Court free Wi-Fi.
I record free Wi-Fi 2G.
Yeah, every card open.
God.
Truly, I mean, yeah, there's been, like, Pyra, you've had a lot of chaotic moments happen to you in your character.
I guess I'm just a driver of storylines, and I feel like
Oh,
I probably did the most due diligence when it came to creating a fully in-depth character
Is that why yours was
compared to my sister.
My favorite part was when you got dragged away.
Okay, yeah.
My favorite part was seeing
And
the
I've
bottom.
been dragged. Okay, thank you so
Dang.
much.
or you're just the most dramatic.
Whoa.
Maybe.
No, I think honestly the part that gagged me was when you're like, your father's gonna be there at the convention. I said, God
I
damn
still
it.
don't exactly know what the deal is with you and your
Hey,
dad.
tune in for episode 7.
Clock
Okay.
it. Cool.
So no, but like that honestly, like I wouldn't have anticipated that of like this like effie trinket bitch like being associated with my father. Like I should have saw it coming, but when I was like, who's gonna be there?
Corn girl.
Yeah, corn girl. And she was like, I was like, oh, we know your father. That's what gagged me. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, pros and cons of being, like, noble-esque people that are part of, like, these bigger families is, like, you know, one of the things that comes with character choices, it's like, oh, you know, when you're a noble, you are recognized in different places, and, like, you know, you can talk with guards and stuff like that, but also then the flip side of it is, since you're dealing with all these noble courts, like, they know your families.
But that's what gagged me, because I was like, even when we were talking about the air genasi, I was like, oh, we're getting into Keelio's story. But like, even before we got into that, you're like, oh, we know that the Loch families. I was like, God fucking damn it.
Oh, yeah.
That got me. I was like, oh, great. We don't get to like move on for a second. We got to go back to fucking daddy.
It all goes back to multiple daddy issues. Daddy issues.
Dead dad.
Dead dad. And
Hey.
mentor daddy Dilphy issues.
Yeah, Dilphy issues.
We don't even know nothing about your dad.
My family's
They don't care about you, right?
They don't
She's
care
got
about
rat.
my family is Shrivel. Shrivel's
She's
my
got
chosen
rats.
family.
Yeah, we all
The
have like
rats.
family backstory. You don't really have a ton of like. It's just like you were the there in the coal mine.
Yeah.
No one really noticed. It was
Which
not
I-
that
that-
I'm raised by rats, and that's my truth, and that's what I'm really
that's
leaning
season
into.
2 is when we know her.
Yeah, I'm really
family
glad that we got to meet your rat family, and then Shrivel came back.
Oh,
I'm
Last-
happy that Shrivel's here now.
love that you made Shrivel
Love
part of like
Shrivel.
your writer and all that. Also, the writer idea was hilarious.
Wait, explain that to me. I'm
That was
confused.
so funny.
So when you're a celebrity and you have an appearance, you fill out a rider in your contract, which basically is like
RIDER.
it's RIDER. It's the things that you require to be at that venue. So people will put, I want a charcuterie board, or I need
Or
6
Valentina did the red
towels, the red
Yeah.
M&Ms. So I was
Or that-
saying all of the things that I wanted as on my rider as just a bit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, none of these things are really useful, and I've just started doing a bit.
Yeah.
And then I got to the
That's
end, and I was like,
okay.
and also a key to all of the locks. and
That was
stuff.
so
It
fair.
was so smart.
No,
And-
that's also what gagged me. I said, oh, she's so smart.
But it wasn't even like, there was no premeditation there.
Yeah.
it was just on the spot.
No, but that was so smart of you being like, I need a skeleton log to all the
That really
doors
was the
within this
best
kingdom.
improv, I think, of the whole moment.
No,
because
that
it also made so much sense for what you were trying to do.
That was
Yeah.
so
To make it
smart.
make
Blue
sense.
Share, you have done wonders. for
Share,
this.
thank you.
Blue share truly. Okay, so pack poll spinning everywhere. Pack poll question for everyone. What would be in your rider? You are a famous drag queen. You are on tour. You're doing your things. What's in your rider?
Makeup remover and towels.
Ooh.
Because I want to get out of the gig.
Water. We need some water.
Sugar-free Red Bulls.
Yeah, mine would probably be Red Bulls for sure. Maybe a bottle, in case I want to get a little crazy.
Sure.
There's a famous Denver diva who requests a tequila bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
you can just take that stuff too. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, I do like chocolate pretzels, and then I take them and I bring them on the plane every time.
Yeah.
I
Like,
didn't even know this was. I've actually never heard
I've
of
read
rider.
this for the first
You haven't-
time literally in
no.
the past like
Yeah.
2 weeks
It's like-
because we're planning, you know, our T-Dub event and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'll let you know mine.
I think about them all the time.
Yeah, I would want something like if you haven't eaten that day, you just have some snacks like liquids.
People
but
are
yeah,
crazy.
Like a drink and all
Yeah,
that.
that's like how mine would be. Is like, is it either like water and like some snacks, but like the main ones, because like the second I get done with a performance, is I want something to help me pop my nails off.
Yeah.
So like that little like wooden like thing that helps you pop your nails off, and like a nail kit, and then like Pond's cold cream.
Love.
And then somewhere like a case for my lashes, because the first thing that comes off is my lashes.
Me
And
too.
previously, I'm like, where do I put these? Sometimes I just put in my makeup case, somewhere I put it somewhere. But they last the longest is when I have like an actual like case for them. So case, Pond's cream, and then snacks and water.
Can I recommend something to take your nails off, everybody? I used a seam ripper for the first time, and just like the pointy part of it, because it's metal and it's not sharp, but it like gets perfectly.
Very sharp. It really sharp.
No, not the sharp part of the seam ripper. The the point of the seam.
So you got it's like this shaped, and you're
yeah,
doing this part.
it's not the cut part. It's just the tip, and I love it.
Also a contact case for the contacts.
You gotta bring that
Do you
side.
not have your?
Yeah, no, you don't have to when you're famous.
I do,
You
but
don't
like
have
I
to.
need a backup because
I
sometimes
just get like a
forget.
little like contact solution moment.
Yeah, contact solution, because like sometimes I forget. Sorry, like hate me.
Does your rider go in your contract? It's just
Yes.
like
Yeah, it's like a part of it. Like, and sometimes like in Rider, it's like transportation, flight,
Oh
like
yeah, all
like things
that,
like that
for
too. Like
sure.
it's a
Sometimes,
non-stop
like,
flight. It's this
contact.
United code. It's this air
Oh,
flyer miles,
absolutely
like
all
stuff
of
like that.
It's like the divas of like, what do you want to include?
Well, no, that makes so much sense. Yeah, I'm like, I want a flight between this time and this time. I need to arrive at least 5 hours before my
Yes.
call time. I need to be at my hotel 5 hours before my
You're
call
like-
time. Whatever. Stuff
Could
like
you,
that.
you just have them provide everything to get in drag? Shade, 150 foundation, concealer, this, contour, this.
I would definitely
Styled
do
wig.
that.
Yeah. Style wig that's very like 80s, like kind of, yeah. You just like include everything that you need to get
You
ready.
have them do your outfit. I don't know if I'd have anything super specific. I love the like makeup remover,
Yeah,
obviously
that's
like
really smart.
waters and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I know some people have done like security or like part of the Rider being like a single dressing room.
included with everything?
No,
Yeah,
no.
private.
I mean, not
Private
necessarily.
Like,
Yeah.
but some venues like have it like obviously like in the venue.
Yeah.
But some will ask for
like
like
how
at
I-
their door. Like
like
you
how
need
I-
that screen.
They have it like up, like above, like everything.
Well,
They'll like walk
Leave
around.
that.
They'll have them walk around, but like some of them will ask for like private security.
Yeah.
So like they won't leave their side. They'll like escort them back and forth.
Shut the hell up.
Would the drag queens do that?
Yeah. I mean,
Or
that's
Alyssa
what.
Edwards probably does. You know she does.
sure.
That's what a request she has to have private security.
Good
I
for
didn't-
her.
That's just like so like already accommodating to me in like my brain, I guess, which is so hard to like
Yeah.
fathom that.
I think it's just
No, but
like, the
I-
additional.
Like I get it, but it's also it's like it's so hard for my brain to like assume that that's something that I would already be provided
But I-
or something that's already in your contract.
I've realized like
what
because
you want.
I've now performed in a few different cities, and every time you walk into a new city, you're welcome with like a whole new batch of different scenarios. Like
Yeah.
some places you walk in and it's like fully stocked. Some places you walk in, it's a broom closet.
Mhm.
Hey, so when have you been booked out of town?
Weird flex.
Yeah,
I'm also kissing your ass as I'm saying it, so you can shut the hell
But I'm
up.
just saying, it's so true.
Yeah.
I've never thought about this.
Yeah.
This is so fierce.
But I think it's also like, I mean, it depends on who's giving the rider, you know? Because I feel like if any of us gave a rider right now, it'd be like a,
It'd be kind of like you're crazy.
hey girl, that's a lot.
You only
know?
do it, I feel like, if your booking fee is like high enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like a headliner,
Your headline.
you're being brought out.
I bet you there's also like you shouldn't be like a bitch and ask for all these really expensive things if they're paying you a lot.
Wasn't like mostly like snacks and shit that
That's
she
what a
was
lot
like
of people
asking
do.
for.
A lot
It
of
was
people
like more of like her comfort things like before and after the show that like made her feel better about
Yeah,
it.
that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question. What's the one crazy thing you would put on your rider? Like the one thing where you're like, this is insane, but like, I love this treat snack thing. You know, if it's the, I want the Trader Joe's chocolate pretzel peanut butter bites. Like,
Or Jack in the Box taco.
Like are we talking like realistically or unrealistically? Just
oh.
unrealistically, I want a very hot man to just stand in the corner,
Oh.
and then he can occasionally help me as my dresser.
Ooh.
Love.
Are photos being sent to you before?
Yes, I need
you
to
have to approve.
pre-approve the man. Shirtless pics, obviously, because he will be shirtless while he's helping me dress.
Interesting.
But outside of that, probably something similar. I don't know Jack in the Box tacos though.
Those are delicious.
They're so good.
Girl, the only one I'm
That was the first Nini, that was the first time I went to your house. Was I was hanging out with AJ and we went and got like Jack in the Box tacos after that. I was like, oh, this is so fun.
They're so good. I don't have anything crazy I would put on it, honestly.
Yeah.
I really can't even think of anything crazy. Maybe like, this would be like a crazy demand, but I want like a photographer to record my performance, video
Oh,
recording.
The backstage stuff too would be fun too, though.
Yeah.
Like
that
it
would-
needs to like they always have photos, but I want video recording of my performance.
I like that.
Why not?
That's a good idea.
That's really good.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
I guess mine would like maybe be like the stuff that I would like typically forget. So like touch of powder and like a specific things.
Raquelle
Like,
wants someone to buy her supplies for her.
or like bobby pin. No,
I
honestly.
fully
She wants her entire drag bag just
But like,
purchased.
but we said unrealistically.
New
if-
pads.
4-inch
Fresh
phone.
shave. Yeah, 4-inch
A
phone.
what wig?
yeah.
11
No,
shoes.
that's a good one.
Please,
My
Iris.
unrealistic one is I have to have a what wigs at every performance.
A brand new late uncut
And
HD.
a brand new HD human hair 300 density unit wig at every performance. That's my
And you don't even wear it that
unrealistic.
night.
Girl, no, I just
Crazy.
take it and I'm like, sorry y'all. I lost it. Fucking that local girl, she snatched it.
You blame it on the local.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
can't.
What about you? What's your crazy thing?
I love the video idea. I think for me, I'd love like not like a meal, but like a meal, like having a similar like
Last dinner before
tacos.
you're executed.
Girl, basically, because I love it. I never eat pre-show, but I
Death
will
row
eat
meal.
post.
Yeah.
Like a little
don't eat
pizza
the green
moment.
aisle.
No, because I mean corset. Now that I corset, sometimes like
So yeah, after you perform your first number, they order you a Domino's pizza that's ready for you by the time.
Yeah, dude.
I love that.
During the negotiation, they can be there ready.
Or like,
Yeah.
yeah, like just your comfort food, like
Yeah.
something after where you're like, okay, I can get through my next number, or I'm like
Cold
rejuvenated.
shrimp.
cool strip and cocktail
shrimp
sauce.
and cocktail.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is y'all's like when you get home? When you get home, not like in between numbers.
eat.
What is your food after said gig?
I don't eat after the gig. I
It's
go
all
That's
always.
a lie.
I
I go-
love.
That's a
to eat
lie.
greasy
It's not a lie.
stuff.
It's not
You're a
lie.
pizza girl.
I don't. I don't do it.
That's a lie.
I don't because I don't want to.
Anyways, Patty, go.
It's just something greasy.
Yeah.
So like pizza, hamburgers, okay.
Yeah, like greasy fried for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Banana.
I literally don't eat after
Okay,
the
so
gig.
she gets pizza.
I'm gonna buy a pizza every time I have a gig. I'd
Not
never do
buy
that.
pizza.
Well, that's my
If you had an
idol.
option, like if Sliceworks was literally right around
I
the
would-
corner, you're gonna
I-
go there.
Oh,
Talk
for
to
sure.
Hari, but I
Yeah.
would never order that pizza. I don't do necessarily food. I'm an ingredients only household, which
That's
is
crazy.
the worst thing on earth. So when I come home, I'm eating 7 different things to create some type of sustenance
Yes.
from it, or not eating at all.
It's like a pesto sauce.
Yes, I'm like
Yeah.
Dude, but it's
eating
a-
17 little lunch bag
She
things of
puts in a
chips
shot
to make one
glass
actual bag of
and
chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different strokes, different folks. Well, now we know everybody's writer, so we can never be famous because we would be too high maintenance.
Not
We'd
me.
stay little
Not
girls
me.
forever.
No, Raquel, you want all your drag.
I don't think my rider would just be like, I need a reasonable amount of time to get ready,
Okay,
and I just
go.
need stuff
Okay,
to keep
you
me
ate.
alive at the gig, but not like crazy things. Maybe a drink.
Maybe a drink or two. I want a potion. I want
No, I want.
the way that these never got touched. But I love that they can become new decorations at least.
I
I
have them.
yeah, they're
Just like
decorations,
Raquelle
new outfit.
with
Ew.
waving tongue.
Oh my god.
You did?
What?
Oh, should we wait? Should we try it?
No, I don't want to.
Sure.
They're tap water.
Ew.
And glitter.
Okay, and you live in the ocean.
Okay, everybody, bottoms up.
Ready? Cheers.
I'm not
I'm not
trying
doing
it.
Oh my god, grow up, you two. Blue,
Blue
team
team.
sucks.
Blue team. Y'all gonna get killed next episode.
Bitch, go back and do.
Oh.
That is not edible glitter.
That is. It is.
That shouldn't be.
I don't actually know what I taste.
So interesting. You regretted your decision.
Who said I regret it? I tried something new, and I was excited.
Nini is
Guys,
fine.
wait, this is a side note. I one time choked on an Olive Garden.
And that's all for this episode.
That is all the time. that we
Oh my
have.
god. We're gonna save that for the next one.
We'll save the Nini choking story for another time.
Nini Choco. Chokeholds.
That was you, bitch. That's what you did to her in the
Yeah.
backyard.
Lots of stories. We are friends outside of this podcast, unfortunately. Sisters. But on behalf of all of us here, this was our Unsheathed episode, because if you're not watching Unsheathed, you're only getting what?
Half the sword.
Copyright, we can only say a third of the sword, okay? But on behalf of everybody here, the cast, crew, our friends over here at IDK Studios, and our lovely sponsors, my name is Dr. Zackarina Jenny Ho. Good night and big balls.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.